Hey everyone, welcome back to this new video for the tutorial that makes Python read the data from the MCU and display it in a very nice way. In the previous video we have been looking at extracting the data. This time we will look how to extract the information coming from the user interface and which channels to select. So here we do have a loop that shows the list of channels that the user is asking to view. So if I add plus here and I click here, so the program will see that the user would like to see channel 0, and if I change it here it becomes channel 1. If I add it here, channel 2, and if I add another one it will be channel 0, channel 2 and channel 0. And if I add another chart itself and I put here channel, for example 3, it becomes channel 0, channel 2, channel 0 and channel 3. And let's add quite random ones like this, and like this. That will be read also at the same way. And if I remove, if I remove this one, that will be removed, and if I remove all, that will be like this. And if I close all this one, we will have nothing. And by combining this one, so by completing this one, we will be really ready to start displaying the data. So if you'd like to learn and to see how to extract the data from all this widget in a very structured way, stay tuned and follow this video. This video will be focusing on preparing the data for the display. And within the whole tutorial, this is the video number 9, where we are going to use all the knowledge and all the work that we have been doing in the old part 2 and also part 1 to build the data and prepare it for the display, which will be in the next video. So all the files are available on GitHub. You can directly download them and follow this video. The programming language is Python and the text editor will be VS Code. Finally, I would expect a person that would have an intermediate understanding of Python and also have been seeing the previous video so they can be familiar with the logic. So from the tutorial we will have only 2 topics. So the first one is the data preparation logic, what we are going to do right now, and second one is going to the code and set up the data display. Okay, so let's take a look to the data preparation logic. So what we have been doing so far, we have created all this display, and we will have also the graphic display and the channel frame. So we are going to create a program that will loop through all the channel frames one by one and inside of their elements. So we'll take the first one and we'll start looping one by one, element by element, channel by channel, and then when it's complete it will go to the next channel. But the first element in each channel that we will be checking is a check button if we would like to display the channel or not. So we will be looping through all the channels in the channel frame and then go to the next one and then to the next one. And of course, through the loop, we will understand which data and what kind of function we would like to display. Then we are going to display that in the next video. Okay, I hope that was clear. That's not so complicated, so we can jump and start making the code. Let's start from the serial, and we will not stay a long time, and build from there. So in the serial data, as soon as we finish and we complete our verification, before we jump on updating the data here, what we can do is to start here something about updating the channel, and that will be inside the GUI. So we can put GUI.update chart. So that will be a method for the GUI that we will be updating as soon as we confirm and we get the data aligned. So let's go to the GUI interface and let's recall the name of the variable that we need to call. So this is the view var, and this is an option. This is how to say, not an option, but we call it a tick mark or a check button. And the option var is the list of channels that we do have. Fun var is a list of functions that we will be selecting. Okay, so view var, option var, and fun var. Perfect. So let's go back to the under the start stream function. So we don't need to be inside the stream function, but just to put here, and start putting the function that we will call def update chart. Okay, and it will be receiving only self. So this chart will have a very specific thing, so that's extremely important to start with. So this chart will be updating itself, not using a thread, but we are going using a technique which is related to the root itself, or the Tkinter. This will be like this. So we will put if we can use a self.serial.threading. So the threading like this. So the threading variable. So if this one is true, if we still get the serial, what we can do is self.root, and here after root we are going to use the function after. So this is after. We will put a bit of time, 40 seconds, and we will call again the self dot, and we will put the update chart. Okay, so this function will be calling itself again and again as far as serial.threading, as far as we still have the threading, and that's a very important thing. So that will be running within the main thread and calling itself every 40 milliseconds. You can change whatever the time you want. It depends on the power of your computer and how the code can be efficient at your end and how much display you'd like to see. Okay, so let's now start going through our data. So let's make a variable for my channel opt, so the option that we do have in range. So the range that we can run through is len of, and we can take, for example, self.chart master. This is, self.chart master. I guess, yeah, that's the one, chart master dot, and we said it's the view var, this one. Okay, we are going to loop through all the view vars that we do have, and we have the same number of view var as the as the chart that the figures that we do have. So what we are going to do right now is, before we start everything, we need to clear the chart that we do have, or the figures that we do have. And this one, we are going to find them if we go here to the figure, not the frame, but in add graph, and that will be the one here, the one that we appended here. This is the figure, so we need to clear them. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll put self.chartmaster.figs. This is something we created, and after that we will take my channel option. This is the number that we are going to run through, and the index 1, and this is because we would like to clear the figure. Okay, and after that, so this is, we cleared the figure anyway because we would like to have it clean. So then we are going to enumerate about something. So let's go on this one. So we go for, we need the count and also the state, and you will see. So in enumerate like this, and we are going to take self.chartmaster, this one, and we put here. So we are going through this one, so it will be the view var, and after that it will be my channel option. So we are going now, as we have seen in the slide, we are going in the channels inside the channel frame. Okay, so this is now we are running through. So let's put like this, and first thing to check is my channel. This one we call my channel here. It's just a simple variable, a local variable. It will be equal to self.charter. So, and before that, sorry. So what we are going to take here, so when we are going for constant and state inside this one, so when we are going inside this one, normally the state is the value of this char int. So, and we said if we go back here again in the channel frame, the value will be, where is it? So this is a channel frame, and where do we create the yeah, this is here the channel, and the 0 can be, if it's clicked it will be 1, if it's not it's 0. So we are going to go through inside the state, and we can go here if state. So this is the not the value. If we would like to get the value, we have to put get like this. So by putting this get here, we can know if it's 0 or 1, and we can go inside the condition. So what we will put is my channel here. This is where we are going to call my channel is equal. So now we are going to extract which channel we would like to read. So let's go self dot chart master dot here option var. So we are going to get the option var, and then my channel option. That's why it's a little bit complicated. And here we take the count. Finally, we added a get to get the value or the string value of the int. Okay, so we got the my channel here, and after that we are going to take the channel index. And how we are going to get the channel index, it's a little bit of a game, because we are going to read a string, but we would like to get the number of from the string. So what we are going to do is we are going to make channel index. Channel index might be good as name. Channel index will be equal to self dot data dot channel num. Okay, so what is channel num is, and I put here my channel. It's a dictionary actually, my channel. So let's set up this dictionary quickly. So let's go here to data, and we can add it quickly here. So after the time range, so I do not waste time, let me copy it so you will understand how it works immediately, like this. So the channel num, if the string is channel 0, it will be 0, and so on up to 7. You can add as much as you want, of course, depends on how many channels you would have, but I hardly believe that you would have a microcontroller and PC as strong that we could take more than 7 at one time. Okay, so let's go back to here. So we are going to read this one, my channel. Then finally, what we are going to take is simply, we need to also take the func name. So it will be exactly the same thing. So func name will be func name, but we are not going to use the func name for the moment. Name like this, even the index name too. So func name will be equal to self dot chart master like this, but we are going to put the fun var like this, and again it will be exactly the same thing to extract the data from the option menu. Finally, and this is a step to prepare how to say the data for the display to make it easier. Self.chart, the chart that we are going to update will be self.chartmaster.figs. And you could expect that we are going to put here the number of my channel option like this here, and the number 1, as we need to, the index number 1, as we need to update the figure. Okay, then we are going to get the color of the chart that we would like to display. We call it color, and that will be equal to self.data, and we call it channel. Here, channel color, and here that will be my channel. second one. And this one also, I will copy it quickly in the data like this. So the color will be quite simple. We can put, it's also a dictionary, and that will be channel 0 will be blue, channel 1 will be green. Feel free to change and to play with color as more as you want. Okay, so we almost completed this part. And finally, the last step of the code itself, self.y, will be equal to numpy. So we would like to prepare an array to later on use it easier. So if you would like to make some transformation, it will be self dot data dot the y data that we prepared in y display, sorry, that we prepared previously, and channel index. Actually, we don't need the numpy because this is the y display as we have created previously here. The data adjust. The y display is already here, so we don't need this one. So it's just like this. It's just y display. We just making it to make easy access to this data. Okay, but not only y display, it's y display of the channel index. That's the most important here. So now we do have the code. It's quite difficult to check which field has been selected. So what we can do is to make a test that everything goes well. So I can make a list called my display data or my display channel. So that will be the channels I would like to display, and I put it as a list here. And here, so if everything goes well, I should be appending, so my display channels, what a long name, I'm sorry guys, that will be dot, we can put append. Why I do have a y here? My display channel append, like this. I know why. My display channel, and we append my channel. Okay, and after we finish everything, looping. Yeah, and there is another very important step. I'm sorry, I forgot about this. We need to put a try here. Why a try? Because there will be a situation where we will not have all this happening, so we should better put a try and to avoid that the system crashes like that. Okay, except exception as E, and we can print E just in case. Okay, and before that, so and therefore here we can say print, and we can put my display channels. Okay, perfect. So function name will be used later on, but here we are good. We can start running the program and see how things will go. So let's go to the terminal, go here, Python, and then master, and bring the user interface, come here, connect, okay, start. So we see nothing because we don't have any graph here. And let's go, what do I say, out of range. That's normal. That's the error that can happen because we don't have nothing. But let's click here and see we have a problem here. Let's say this one, this GUI does not have fix. Of course, that's totally correct because we should put fix with a S. Which one? Yeah, object has no attribute fix. And this is the error here. Okay, let's run it again. We go here, connect, start, empty. Let's start here. Okay, let's stop. This data master has no Y display. Let's go back. So probably from this one, self.data Y display does not exist. Okay, let's go and check. This is Y display. So Data master has no object, has no attribute, why display? Interesting. Okay, let's check it. Here, data.why display. Okay, let's change it, and we put this one, just in case, to be sure that this why display is not working. Let's go here, let's close this one, and we go self.data. We can put this one in between, like this, MP array of data. Okay, let's do this one, Control X, like this. We remove the self, data, here, why display. Okay, and let's import numpy as np. Let's check it and see how it will work. Okay, connect, start, bring it, and we do have that's working. Probably the connection is not working well, or my wording is not correct, but let's add another channel. It's working. Let's go here and add another channel, let's say channel 3, working too. And let's go another one here, 0. Let's remove some stuff from here. If I remove this one, it's working. If I remove this one, it's working. And then if I remove this and I remove this, it's working perfectly. Okay, so now we are good. So all this one that you see here are the problem coming from the serial or the graph, because I will not have all the data ready all the time, so that will generate some error. But this is a kind of a punctual error that I'm quite fine with that, and the program can keep running and also keeping the consistency. So let's close here and make a final check and find out maybe I wrote it in the wrong way. So why display? So for this one, the X display, we do have it, but why the Y display is not working? Let's check again. We go here, self.y is equal, let's put here, self.data.y display. Probably something that Y display, and we are putting here the channel again, so putting my channel. Actually not my channel, but my channel, which one? Index, my channel index. Okay, perfect. Let's run again and be sure that we got the right data. Bring it here on the right one, connect. Okay, start. Okay, let's see now here. Nope, the Y display is not showing even though I'm adjusting the data. So let's go to serial again and see what's going on. Of course. And this is because I put it under the comment here. So this is the function that adjusts the data. And so at the same time, what we can do here is not only the self.y, we can use also self.x to equal. So with self.x, that will be the self.data.x display. Yeah, that was a dummy error from me. Yeah, I hope you can learn from my mistakes and understand that that's a life of programmer. Okay, start. And now it works like charm. So I can add as much as 8. Select here, select here, select also here, select as much as I select. This is working properly. And I know that it's working, and I can remove here without any issue. and here there's nothing selected, and I can remove the charts. Perfect. So now we have all the flow of data where we want, and just we go to the next step and we update the chart, and we have all the beauty and the magic of displaying the chart. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.